Aaron here again for my second video on February 26, 2025, and I did my usual process before which I do these videos, and what came up is to share my biggest challenges that I'm currently facing in my life and quick solutions to them. I did not turn the stopwatch on, so I'll just turn that on and be back in a second. I'm back, and yeah, so there's a lot going on my mind, and I was like, you know what, let's just create a video about the major challenges that I'm facing in my life, because that's one of the reasons why I attract a lot of a lot of really strong, good people into my life, is because I'm quite real. I say it as it is, and only share. I don't share everything, so I would not call myself an open book, but I definitely share more than most when it comes to me. For with people that I spend time with, no, I'm very private about who they are, unless they've given me, unless I've asked for permission and they've given it to me. So I'll just go down the list. It's going to be quick. I said I'll cap this under 15 minutes, and I was thinking I'll just share what the problem is and then share a quick solution. And the main reason I'm doing this is to be like, you know what, it's fine to have challenges. It's really fine to have challenges in your life that may take a few months to solve, or may take even a few years to solve in a big way, but you have to start somewhere. I think by starting with the truth, I want to make this a regular part of my channel, where every few months I do create a video about, you know, this is what I'm really finding challenging in my life right now, and I want to be real about that. So I will share. I wrote down 11 challenges. Some are major ones, some are minor ones. So I'll skip over the big medical one, because that may be a video on its own as to why it's shown up at this point in my life and what it means in the bigger picture of things. But for now, I'll just go through 11 right now of my biggest challenges slash problems. And now that I'm making this video, I see these as opportunities, right? A lot of people in personal growth say that no one has any challenges, they only have opportunities to grow. So the beauty of video is this: when you think about the viewer, when I think about you, I'm thinking about how can I frame this, and because my big picture vibe of this is service, and for you to, and I was thinking, is service the strongest vibe? I was like, no, I'd say my biggest vibe is probably results, right? Yes, I can serve, but the bigger thing I want you to do is to get results based on what you hear and what you absorb from these videos. So I would say results is probably the much bigger vibe, the much stronger vibe than just to serve. Yeah, I think that's good to say. Okay, anyway, I just go this down step by step, and now reframing them as opportunities, because if I view it through that lens, they stop being problems. So the first one is sleep. This is the basic one. I've been feeling really tired during this session. I stuttered a bit too much in the previous video, and sleep is a real problem, both in terms of quality and quantity. I've said before, my mattress is pretty poor quality. I feel the metal. It's not too bad, but I feel the wiring in the mattress, and then I don't fall asleep exactly when I go to bed. So go to bed around 10, do a 30-minute meditation, but I don't fall asleep until at midnight, and then it's really not a deep sleep at all. So I'm probably just barely getting 6 hours of sleep, maybe even less. I think it's probably more around 5 hours of proper sleep. So the solution to this will be one, buy a new mattress and frame, and then buy an Aura Ring or Whoop. Whoop is, I think, one of the gadget to measure the quality of your sleep, and maybe read a few books on how to have quality sleep, and even tell my friends that I don't have quality sleep, and to have set up some accountability and tracking that. So that's sleep one. The next one is doing my deep work. I am usually good at getting work done, but when I thrive is when I'm doing deep work with deep work session partners. I have not had one for the last 6-7 months now, and it's really hurting my productivity. So what we do is, me and a deep work partner, we sit down to get the work done, and they work beautifully. So I've done 3 to 6 hour sessions, and I said that I will not do one for free again, and I want to maintain that standard, but I do want to find at least 2 or 3 people who I can do these with, and start as early as 7:30 a.m. So I have a first block from 7:30 to 9:30 a.m. where I can do a lot of work. So that's one of the big challenge that I have, is not having that and relying too much on my own motivation to get those done. So solution would be to find those, to put the word out that I want to find more deep work session partners who will most likely be part of my dream team as well. So the dream team, I have a couple of friends which are great, but I'm not spending as much time with them as I want to, and there's I think I've maxed out the time I can spend with 2 people, but I need way more. I'm looking at 10 because I'm just someone who like thrives when I'm in a team, and I'm also leading the team. So that's the second. Third is my client enrollment process. I've not had a paying client for a long time, since the December of 2023. I do have one other source of income coming in, but it's not. Yeah, it's not a. It's I am. It's fixed. It's fixed source. So there's only. It's very predictable. So, but my clients though, that is an unlimited upside. So I do want to get in the flow of booking calls with potential clients who want to discuss my coaching program. So that is big one. That's another big one. The next big one is romantic partners. I've not had a romance since 2020, before the pandemic, and it's been now 5 years. It's been way too long as a love and relationship coach. The reason why I was still able to attract a few clients was that I was real about the fact that I was single, but at this point I do want to address this head on. So I've installed Bumble on my phone, and I do plan to resume dancing soon, but there's just no strong flow at all. I would rate this area of my life a 1. I would rate this a 1, and it'll be good to actually rate these. So that I'll rate a 1. My sleep I'll rate 1 too. Deep work I'll rate a 2 because I'm still getting work done, but not at the level I know I can. Client enrollment, I would say 1. This is also 1. The reason why I'm saying 1 is because rating it a 4 or 5, it doesn't really help. I've learned that, it's either an 8, because 8 is a very good point to reach, because 8, you can, difference between an 8 and a 10 is significant. But 7 and below is good to just rate it just a 1, because you know that you cannot fool yourself. It's just not that good. It is not that good. So romantic partners 1. Dancing I would also rate a 1 because I'm not doing any of it. Music production also 1. I haven't booked the music studio, so definitely want to do that. And next, I wrote fun food slash vegan cooking. So I made a big change to my diet, and it's good, but it's not fun. It's not fun. I'm eating extremely healthy, but there's something missing to it. I'm eating too much raw food, and I do want to introduce some cooked food. So the opportunity there is to just learn some new recipes and try some new things. Eight, there's no consistent exercise. I haven't worked out in a proper way for a couple of years now. I used to go to the gym, sauna, and pool, but those weren't proper workouts. So that's another major red flag in my life is no exercise. Nine, I just wrote a general lack of fun. I'm just not having enough fun in my life in a real proper fun way. Like these videos can be fun every now and then, but they are also a lot of work. There's a lot of thinking involved, a lot of energy that goes into each video, and I love the fact that I am showing up and recording these, but they just overall there's no strong vibe of fun. There's a lot of books and walking and thinking about the business, and just no not a lot of fun. But now that I'm thinking of it, bringing in music, bringing in dancing, and just adding fun to all of these things will solve a lot. So lack of fun is a big one. 10, I wrote lonely evenings. So I have most evenings I try to schedule things. Yes, I mean, I don't try to. I do schedule things, but those usually end by 8 p.m. And then I feel quite lonely, and I don't want that. You know, I've had a beautiful romantic partner in the past, and she was lovely because I would always go home to her, and that was so beautiful, the relationship that we had. But I haven't had that for over 5 years now, so the lonely evenings are quite difficult. And the good news is that we are now transitioning from winter to spring, so I think the slightly warmer and brighter weather will certainly feel good and will lift my spirit. Finally, I wrote a no reading of physical books. I used to do this a lot more. I listened to tons of audiobooks, usually 2 or sometimes 3 per week. So there's a lot of that which goes on. But the actual act of sitting with a book and just sitting down for like 20 minutes or even 10 minutes to just read, that is something I've not done in months. So it feels it feels good. It feels good. I mean, it's not out of my comfort zone to share my challenges, but recording a video, just having this video, I just I want to share my challenges with you because yes, I'm a coach, and I have to be strong, which I am whenever I'm with the client, but at the same time, I also have worked with coaches, so we all need help and support, including me, and I currently need a lot. So I currently needed a lot of help and support, and it's good to verbalize this. So now, what is the opportunity going forward? What do I focus on? I think the biggest one I would say what's coming up is the music production and dancing. I think when I get my next new client, the first thing I'll do is book another 8 weeks of dancing, because I at least now have music because I love music, and I have dance, which is fun. I have that for at least one night per week for 8 weeks, and if I do 2 classes, that'll be 2 nights a week. Fantastic. I always feel this big sense of the connection, and sometimes even romance when there's a particularly romantic or sensual song being played and I'm dancing with someone and we are both feeling that, even though I I might not know if she's single or in an open relationship. I do not know, but sometimes you still have those moments of romance which I still cherish and have not felt for a really long time. So I think the music production, one simple thing I can do is just book a music studio to record some music, even though I do not know how to play a lot, and that is one of my goals. And I think another thing I can do is just listen to more music throughout the day, because that keeps my vibe high. So there you go. Sleep, deep work, clients, which means clients and money, romance, dancing, music production, food, and making food fun. I love that I'm now pretty much fully vegan, but I do want to have fun. I do want to exercise more, way more, at least 6 times a week as I used to. And then the ninth one, I just sort of a lack of fun being infused into everything I do. I don't think fun is the right word though for me. I think fun, I don't feel that strong resonance in my being as the word ferocity gave me. Ferocity felt completely different. Then the 10th one was lonely evenings, and the 11th was no reading discipline of physical books, which grounds me. It has its own type of grounding feel, which I do love to engage in. There you go. Those are my challenges, and I'll probably review these. I probably created this video for myself, so I look forward to watching it. But this felt really smooth to share with you, and I hope that gives you some strength to actually face your own challenges. If you don't want to create a YouTube video and share it with the world, write it down and share it with a friend for sure, because I've realized the bigger the goals I have, the more strong quality and maybe even quantity of social support I will need. So I'll aim to focus on dancing and music. So I'm for now just listening to more music on a day-to-day basis. If you watched this far, thank you so much. If you feel like it, please like, subscribe, or comment. Until next time.